So in this video, if you have a stackable washer and dryer like this one, we have a Grand Design Solitude 377, the Splendide, and this particular model, I don't know if you can see that, ARWXF129W is this model. So we're going to show you how to take this rubber gasket off. And it's not hard, but putting on the rubber can be a little bit challenging. So, but first of all, you're going to find in this little sliver, there's a wire, and that wire is very skinny. And perhaps you can see it here, right here, there's a spring. So we're going to go ahead and grab a hold of that spring. So right here, I felt the spring. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry about that. These are openers for paint cans. They work great. I have 2 of them. So as soon as I see that, I'm gonna put it in there. It's got a hook already. I'm gonna grab the other one. See, as I'm pulling this here, boom, there it is. It's that easy to pull that spring. So I'm going to set that to the side. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get the other one. So this kind of like pops out like that. You pop this out. It removes just like that. There's another spring in the inside down here where we're going to go ahead and just, let me see. You get a flashlight here. So you can see the spring right there. So that's what I'm going to grab and to remove. So I can't, it's a small spot, so I can't put it on camera, but at least you have an idea. So let me see what I can do. So you see me there? There's the wire. It's just, I'm gonna pull it out. So the one thing that the technicians forget to tell you, if you're gonna do it yourself, there is a small hole on this rubber gasket. So imagine if the wash was done, then you're going to get a lot of water accumulating here if the hole is not put in the right place. How do we know? We learned the hard way. So what I did is, believe it or not, I actually put a little pencil mark here, or marker, kind of erase. So let me show you from the other side. So you kind of see it there. There it is right there. So that's a little weeping hole right there. That has to go at 6 o'clock position of your washer. If you don't have that, then of course it's not going to drain out. See, this drum has a plastic encasing that whatever water falls, it will go into that encasing and then it'll get sucked out by the pump. So here it is, guys. I'm going to try to show you as much as possible. So there is a little indentation right here on this metal casing. And the rubber kind of sits in here a little bit, so the excess water will fall into that way, which there is a plastic casing where the pump will send that water out. So there you have it. So make sure that you have that hole at 6 o'clock position so that water drains out best as possible. So we're finding out more things about this gasket. Not only we discover where the water's supposed to go, the excess water, but check this out. As I'm looking through, there is a small nipple. I don't know if you guys can see this sticking out right here. So what does that mean? That needs to go at 12 o'clock position because directly 6 o'clock is your drain hole. Right there. So don't forget, there's a tip for you guys. Look for that little nipple there. That will tell you that it goes at 12 o'clock. Okay? So let me go ahead and put this back. So I put this rubber lip on there. It's a lip that you got to go over, and you know, it takes patience for you to do it because you got to wrap it around. But now that that's in there, so now we're going to go ahead and take this spring, and you know, it stretches, and put it, you got to go ahead and do this. So we're going to leave the spring towards the top, insert this wire all the way in, so now that you got it in, then we're going to hook it up to the very first layer and stretch it out and pop it in place. And it's really a piece of cake, requires patience. So I'll be right back. So I'm not sure if you guys can see this little ridge here. The wire goes on the other side of that ridge, and I'm just going to start at one end, keeping my hand there. There's that spring. I'm keeping my hand there, so I won't lose that there. It's on the other side of that ridge. Boom, it's there. So now, and pretty much is my feeling. Okay, so I'm there now. So now I'm going to start stretching this wire. This is the spring. As you can see, you can stretch it out in order to put it in. And also make sure that the weeping hole is at the 6 o'clock position. So now we're going to finish by installing the rubber seal on the edge. So this here has a lip. Sure, you see that lip? That lip's need to go on this lip here. Flip it here. No, there you go. It's coming along. Just gotta lift it, grab it, lift it, push it in. Grab it, lift it, and push it in. Grab it like this, pull down, and then push it in with this thumb so you can slide in. Grab it, push it in, here you go. So we got it in there, and you can see it kind of sits in here nice and flat right along this edge. So now what we're going to do is put our wire, and I don't want this spring to be shown here, so I'm going to put it here either at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, right about here. So basically we're going to put the wire there. That's why it's kind of hard to see because it's such a thin wire. I'm going to put it like that, roll it down. Let me see here. I might even slide her down to 4 o'clock. I really don't want to see that wire if all possible. We'll go like this, and I'm stretching it, and now I'm just going to push it over. Whoops. Little spot here I missed, and it's all done. That's how you replace this. A Splendide, Splendid, Splendid, whatever. And that's all it takes, guys. You can do it yourself. Needs a little patience. But now there's a technique about rinsing it off. I'll let that for my wife to talk about. Kathy,
you want to clean it, like inside, the reason we replaced this rubber casing was because of the mold that had grown on it when we purchased the RV. So now I wanted to make sure that everything was cleaned inside, all the gaskets and underneath. So what I did was I purchased this product. It's called Tide Machine Wash Cleaner with Oxy. And the way that they come, there's 4 in a box, and I think it was about $7.50, $8 a box. But it comes in these packets. Now, being that this is an RV machine, it doesn't hold your typical load that you would in a regular wash machine. I have read different things on different blogs that you should only use a half of this packet because it's too sudsy. I used a full packet in this washing machine, and it cleaned everything, made it smell really good. And now I'll just keep it up every couple of months. I'll throw a packet in there in order to keep everything nice and clean and disinfected. So just wanted to add a separate little comment here. When you're calling about the wash machine and that rubber casing that goes around, if you're having any issues with it, or if you need any extra tips as far as installation is concerned, just make sure that you call Splendide directly, and the number is going to be down below so that you'll be able to get it. And you want to ask for the sales department, not tech, but sales department, and ask for Robert. Robert is not only a salesperson, but he's been a tech for many years. That's who we communicated with, and he gave us all the tips we needed in order to make that installation, very easy peasy. So I think you'll really appreciate all the knowledge that he has.
All right, guys, so there's another tip for you all. There are times that you may be washing your clothes and the water's not getting too hot and you're wondering what's going on. You know you got your water heater going on, but here's a tip that I can give you guys and why it's not. And so process of elimination, where you don't have to change your water heater, you don't have to change the element. It may be as simple as going into your Nautilus here, and I'm going to show you here as best as possible. See if I got plenty of light. Right here, this is your water source for your shower or to hose off and all that. You see this valve? It's open. If you were to close both of them, now you're going to get hot water. So what's happening is when you have both the cold and hot on, it's going to go ahead and meet together and kind of neutralize and not be as hot. It might be kind of warm. So this goes through the whole RV. So if your shower or your spigots and your washing machine is not getting hot water, that could be one of the solutions that you can check first before spending any money. So I hope that this is a great tip that you can learn, because that will make the hot water a big difference. So I hope you enjoyed this tape. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to check out the rest of our videos that we have on our channel about our Grand Design Solitude 377 middle bunk. See you next time.